In North Korea, missile bases suggest a great deception. The New York Times kicked the week off with that dramatic headline, which snowballed across global media until President Donald Trump hit back with a trademark fake news claim, which may leave you wondering who to believe and where this leaves the denuclearization process. Let's see if we can shed some light for you right now. I'm Alex Jensen with K News Today for Korea Now. I should point out right off the bat that the South Korean government's view isn't so much that this is fake news, but rather not news to them at all. We'll get to that in a bit. We do know the Times didn't simply invent the basic facts of their story, which drew on a report from Beyond Parallel of the Washington DC-based think tank CSIS. Its key findings, also out this past Monday, were that it's identified 13 undeclared North Korean missile bases. One of them, named Jong-un, was exposed through a series of satellite images dating back to March and annotated with labels, things like underground facility entrance, security barracks, and headquarters. What's interesting about Jong-un is that it's one of the North's closest missile bases to South Korea. It's 85 kilometers north of the demilitarized zone, and it's equipped with short-range ballistic missiles, as well as being deemed capable of accommodating mid-range weapons. What's not particularly interesting about this base is the fact it exists. The Beyond Parallel report fed the whole deception concern by pointing to the media attention surrounding the North's agreement to decommission its Sohae long-range missile launch facility earlier this year, insisting that achievement obscures the military threat to US forces and South Korea from undeclared ballistic missile bases. But that makes it seem like Seoul and Washington were in the dark. Seoul's presidential office not only asserts that South Korean and American intelligence officials knew about these missile bases via military satellites, providing far more detailed information than that given by Beyond Parallel, but that North Korea has not yet even agreed to dismantle or disclose them. Which underscores the point that there's much left to be done in terms of achieving a true sense of peace on this peninsula. Then we have US President Donald Trump's response to all this. He tweeted that the New York Times story is inaccurate, that Washington knows fully about the missile sites in question, and he threw in the fake news comment for good measure. And despite the recent cancellation of high-level talks with North Korea in the US, it seems Trump remains keen on meeting the North's chairman Kim Jong-un for a second summit. The president's security advisor John Bolton confirmed that much this week while in Singapore and addressing a host of other tricky political issues, although he did add that Pyongyang is not yet sincere enough with negotiating. If the New York Times was trying to criticize Trump's North Korea policy, it should remember his administration wasn't exactly blind to a possible deception in the first place. Indeed, that's why Washington's not conceded ground on sanctions, as Seoul has been asking. We are seeing frequent talks between South Korea and the US though, including this week after Seoul's unification minister left for the States on Tuesday for a 5-day visit. Minister Jong-un told reporters that the trip comes at a very important time. Both sides may have been slightly premature in celebrating their peace achievements, but the rest of us might also notice how every word they say influences negotiations. And it's probably in Seoul and Washington's interest if some secrets remain undercover as they attempt this delicate walk towards denuclearization.